Alright, today's project is washing the skid steer. So the issue I had when I purchased this machine is as soon as I lifted the cab up, I realized that there was a good 3 to 4 inches of mud and dirt and silt sitting in the bottom of the belly pan of this machine. So clearly it's never been washed out before. I don't think the cab had ever been lifted. So last night I came out, I brought the machine out here in the back and lifted the cab to remove the bolts to do that. So here we are today. We're just going to start washing this thing down. So let's get this cab open in a locked position. We're good. And we're just going to start cleaning away here. So I got some degreaser. I do have the power washer. I think for now I'm actually just going to first use the hose to get off any big stuff that'll just fall right off. But down in the belly pan, probably hard to see, there's like 3 inches of crud down there, so we got to get all that out. So let's get started. Update. It's been about an hour of constant spraying, mostly with the hose under regular pressure to kind of break up that stuff at the bottom. I cannot believe how much stuff is down in there, and it is not easy to get down in there. So I also noticed that the machines that do not have the pilot sticks here for steering, when you lift the cab up, you could access all of this entire undercarriage. The problem I'm having is because all this stuff is bolted in, there's no easy way without taking everything apart. As I'm just having to reach my hands down in there with the hose, wiggle it around, finding just huge pockets of dirt. I mean, there's literally 3 or 4 solid packed inches of silt and rocks, and I'm amazed how much stuff has gotten in here. It almost makes no sense for the amount of hours that are on this machine. I mean, there's about 1,200 hours on it. So, I mean, even if they never once cleaned this, it's just so much dirt. They must have been in a really dusty area. And there's pebbles, you know, maybe 1/4-inch pebbles mixed within it. And it's obviously mixed with hydraulic fluid and oil just mixed in there. So it's a mess. I mean, my arm is filthy. I am very happy with how this is actually all cleaning up, so I'm actually just going to go ahead now, and I'm taking sort of a break. And I did hit it with the power washer just to clean off, because I kept reaching my hands in there and it was just making a mess. So I am now actually going to take a breather break and just spray all this stuff down. So I can let this degreaser in here and let it sit for a little bit, and then come back to it. But I mean, I can't say it's more work than I expected. I mean, I kind of knew what I was up against, but it's definitely turning out to be exactly how I imagined. So other than that, I'm happy. I haven't found anything I'm like concerned about. That was my one issue, is that if I started uncovering things, was I going to find something broken? But the machine runs great, so I didn't think there would be any issues like that. But I do kind of have to realize that you're never going to be able to get this thing completely clean, because you just can't get to certain areas. I mean, there's grease, chunks of grease on places that, you know, you can look at it, you just can't reach in there with anything. One thing that might help actually with this would be a power washer with a 90-degree adapter, which I used to have. No idea where it is now, of course. But that would definitely be something that would help reach in those hard to reach areas. But still, there's places you just simply can't get. So just gonna go ahead and degrease this and keep power washing. Well, this is what we ended up with. Moved it out of the way after power washing. We got quite a mess. So this is all that crud that was underneath there. Obviously the silt, some of it is just washed away, but tons of rocks, tons of dirt and grime. Definitely happy that's over with. The one thing I'm going to be doing is cleaning this thing at the end of every season, so I don't have to deal with this problem again. Alright guys, if you haven't yet, subscribe, like the video, and look out for the next one.